Hello everybody, it's time to start the first playthrough in 1.2. And it will be, in fact, the Fortress Barbarian. And I gotta turn my sound on because I was playing around earlier, just basically experimenting with this, just to play around with changes that were made. Basically some quest stuff. Particularly Columngrad, Asmodan, and I guess technically Judgment Day too. Now, credit to a Diablo player who was the one who suggested that I do this way back when I did the Throwing Barbarian. And now what the hell, I'll go on Players 8 for now. I'll probably die. Yeah, I'm getting killed. So, I think this is starting exactly the same as the Throwing Barb. Well, not quite exactly the same, actually. But very close to the same as the Throwing Barbarian did. Just spam the shit out of Titan Strike. And first point, Lion Stance is a prerequisite. I'm going to put a point into Wolf Companion here. And I will be investing not as many points into Wolf Companion as I did in the Throw Barb playthrough, but a decent amount nonetheless. Now, I must say that this is not as strong as it was in XVI, because in XVI, this would one-shot everything, and the Barbarian's base attack for two-handed weapons like this was considerably faster. So, anyway, just invest in dexterity for a little bit of attack rating early on, and I think now if you guys want to say that this is not a good idea, please do so. I'm thinking investing every single point to strength and having just enough attack rating for 95% chance to hit. That would be my guess. I could be wrong on this. The reason I invested in Earthquake is so I could eventually get Daedalus for more attack rating, which might not even be that great of an idea, but I'm willing to try it at least. And I cannot obviously access Fortress right now. Now, I am going to go down this road for Thunderslam. Thunderslam, most of you guys already know what Thunderslam does, because it's been around for ages. But now it requires an axe. In XVI, it just required a... Actually, I don't even know if it required a weapon. I'm pretty sure you could do it barehanded. But anyway, it now requires an axe, so I'm going to go with an axe for my... so I have to go with an axe for my weapon. Anyway, what Thunderslam eventually does is it stuns the entire screen for a little bit, and it'll make them more likely to be hit by the Fortress arrows when they launch. So I'm gonna invest another into Iron Spiral, just for the prerequisite, of course, because can't use that because that now requires a sword. It used to require 2 swords, but they changed it because dual wields don't work right. Actually, I will use Death Gaze, though, for a little bit. And I have not used Death Gaze in the, in 2017. I've used it in XVI, So I have experimented This was another one that used to be required 2 axes, but now it only requires one axe. And that seems really powerful, I gotta say. But I'll be using a backup secondary attack. Will not run because of 0 total character defense. Well, 0 defense when I start running. And since I just got that, I'm gonna go back to town. More to strength. Okay, ancient blood. Prerequisite. And I may be investing in that later on. I don't know yet. Kind of a shitty one, but it's better than what I'm using. Also faster. Oh, I thought it was actually faster attack speed. I'm sorry. And that could actually be a pretty decent proc machine. But I'm not going to go with this one. I'm going to go with something a little different. And then let's see what I got here. Okay, so I will go with Snake Stance as my main stance through the game. Reason being is it gives a signet of learning already. Wow. That surprises me. I legitimately did not believe that they would make signets of learning available already. I know I'm on Players 8, but I thought you'd have to go at least to the Trojan jungles before you could get those. Huh. Alright. So anyway, 2 reasons. 1, it spreads slow target all over the screen. And 2 is it adds a nice little bit of poison damage over a fairly small amount of time. And Den of Evil cleared in less than 10 minutes after starting the character. I like that a lot.
The rogues are safe.
For the moment. And in XVI, I think the base slow target was greater than whatever it is now. And I know it used to give an additional 2% slow target per base point, so... But as you can see, it caps it to 50%, so basically this means I'm going to have to S-max the thing to hit 50%. Which, more poison damage. I'm okay with that. Actually, screw it, I'm just going to run through everything. And waypoint. Gonna go straight to what's her face? Blood Raven. Blood Raven is so dead. Now we got Fortress. Or we're gonna get Fortress here. And can I put Fortress? Yes, I can. Now, I'm not going to be using Fortress too much in the early game because it does cost a fair bit of mana, and it locks out all ranged attacks, which includes Fortress itself. So, not going to use it too much yet, but I will in time. I'll be using Fortress all the time because I know it can go to its skill timer of or it locks out ranged attacks for a minimum of 3 seconds. It starts off at 5, and it used to be greater in XVI. It used to be starting at like... Oh, wait a minute. Huh, maybe not. Okay. Scratch that. I know each hard... I think each hard point used to give a decreased duration... lockout duration of 0.4 seconds. But it still was capped at 3% or 3 seconds per use. And keep in mind that I oh wait, shit, I forgot my point. Damn it. Anyway. Oh yeah, the seek range is dependent upon your the distance away from your character, not where the towers are. Oh wait. Maybe that's not true, because they were not attacking Bloodraven. Oh well. And Bear Stance is just a prerequisite.
Good riddance, Bloodraven.
And maybe, and I know that you used to invest 20 points in Fortress to give it the 3-second hit the 3-second cap. I'm not sure if that's the case now, though. And Bear Stance will lock out Fortress, probably. Let's make sure. Yeah, it does. Oh shit, I'm going... I need to learn which direction I need to go. Come on, Fortress, hit the target.
I can't.
Now, as you can see here, it only does half weapon damage, which is not the best, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was in XVI. And it'll still do tons of elemental damage. So basically, this will probably end up being an elemental destroying build. If I recall, then that's the way they always worked. Since even before Ultimative, I mean. And time to get the waypoint. You get the hell out of here. Now, one thing I must mention, that Wolf Companion, hardpoints in that actually increase your Fortress target seek range. There used to not be a cap on that. I mean, I see here that it's capped at 20 yards. It used to not be that way. It used to, I think, be infinite. Or at least, really, really high. So. And, this is one of the best Cave Snapper farmers for this part of the game, I feel, because Snake Stance destroys them and prevents their regeneration. And I'm pretty sure that the fortress arrows will just seek the closest target to the tower. Although, I should actually point out something about 1.2, and that all ranged attacks, their area of, not area of effect, but what would it be called? The target seek range has been changed pretty heavily, and that is because essentially they're trying to test out stuff for Sigma when it comes out, and that'll be, as far as I know, the last character wipe for a while. Stormblast, you are just a prerequisite, nothing more. Oh. Ice Burst does less. It does less damage than Stormblast. Okay. I think it was the same before, but Ice Burst will be my single target killer. Oh, and there's a good belt, but not my early game belt choice.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Let's hope that, I'm hoping that the rework won't, to target seek range and stuff won't, completely fuck up the build, which I don't think it will. Because I do remember Fortress not having the best range anyway, at least at this point in the game. Okay, where the hell's the tree? Okay, it's all the way down there. Okay, where is, there you are, asshole. I could see this, I could see that, or I could see this build being a pretty good proc machine if you get good endgame and on-striking procs. Okay, so Ice Burst. Basically, it is the axe equivalent for Stormblast. You used to be able to do both with any melee weapon. Such is not the case anymore. Holy crap, I'm just getting uniques out the wazoo today. Actually, okay, now I'm thinking Death Gaze is actually better. Which, I never actually would have thought that, but I am starting to believe Death Gaze is better. Let's actually try that. Yeah, Death Gaze is most definitely better. And, I think most people are aware that Bartuk used to be very easily cheesable. Yeah, if you use Fortress in the corner like that, they'll all just stack up together.
This tree is one of a kind.
Yeah, Death Gaze is undoubted. Yeah, Death Gaze is undoubtedly better than Ice Burst. No matter though, because it is a prereq for not Stormblast, but Thunder Slam. Which used to be godly when it can be used with any melee weapon. And free skill point goes... Gotta go with Fortress. Wait, do I? Yeah, I gotta go with Fortress. Stony Field. Actually, wait, let me think here. Okay, so it'd be 7. So it'd be 5 points for 6 seconds. 10 for 5. 15 for 4. Yeah, okay, so I am still probably going to invest 20 points to hit the 3-second timer. Okay. Another part of the reason they have changed the target seek range of everything is to prevent nuking every single enemy from off screen. Like the worm shot skill that Boazons have, and I'm actually doing not a YouTube playthrough, but just another playthrough of one just for the hell of it. I can definitely tell Wormshot's not as potent as it used to be, but it's still pretty damn potent, so. What am I? Okay. Okay. And one more point to Fortress. I don't think it actually does any more damage. It just increases the duration of Fortress, and for oh, that's actually pretty good. If I could lure you guys over here. Also, where the hell are all the elite enemies here? They're supposed to be elites, damn it. You don't count, Griswold, but I will kill you anyway because you dropped the special box and I want your box. And this might be the fastest Deckard Cain I've ever done.
Deckard Cain, you've got to get out of here.
Is the butcher still... Okay, the butcher is still in there, which is good. I'll talk about quest changes once I get there, but I assure you, there have been some pretty heavy changes to the way some of the quests are handled, particularly summoning quests, because this has been mentioned before and brought up on the forum, or mentioned on the forum, that summoning quests are, in fact, no longer a thing. So, oil of craft. Let's see what I get here. None of those are particularly good. Crater, huh? Moon wrap. And this was... And no, I cannot use... For those of you watching for the first time, I cannot use those for the disenchantment recipe. And it's always... And that's always been the case. Okay. So, time to do... Normally I would be... Oh, hold on. I need to identify items so I can use some of these TUs. I'm not going with that because, yeah, as you can see, it clearly lies about what I have, what my damage is. Okay. And there you go. Yeah. Though I will say that's not a bad belt, but I'm not going to use it. If you guess that I'm going to use Deadfall as my early game belt, you would most definitely be correct. Because SOR after kill, flat strength, lightning resistance, it's just too good to pass up. This is not a dexterity build. If it was, then Worm Tongue might be acceptable, but... And it's still acceptable, but I still like Deadfall. Come on. There we go. And we. Alright, Black Marsh, and time to go into the Countess Tower. Anyway, you used to be able to just do this, and you didn't even need to S-max it, although 20 points for the duration would be fine. You'd used to do this, summon Bartuk, and then just use this, and it would kill him off almost immediately. Closest example that I've ever done to that would be when I did the Throwing Assassin playthrough. I think I used Witchwind to kill Bartuk the second he spawned. I could be wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna have to test this. Okay, does Thunder Slam have the same spell timer as Fortress? Okay, I can still use Thunder Slam, but can I use... Aha! Yes, I can. Alright, that's good to know, because there's no reason to ever invest hard points in Thunder Slam, because soft points also... The only reason you would ever do that is theoretically if it were to improve stun length, but soft points also do that, so... Yep, you see right there. Now that's a really bad example because there's just one target. But when farming, I can see that being extremely useful. Unfortunately, hard points to Fortress don't make more towers spawn, but then again, that would be kind of OP if that were the case.
Impossible. I can't.
Oh, don't die. Not that it would be the first time I've died to Corruptor archers. Probably even on screen. But I would rather not do that here. I forget what tier unique coronet does. I think it's like a shitty caster item or something. I know it's not as good as the choice I have in mind for my helmet. Blood Throne. And Thunder Slam. And just keep you there. Is this as overpowered? Not quite as overpowered as it was in XVI, but it is still pretty damn bad, though. Don't kill me. Jawbone cap. I gotta take that because it's so now you know that I'm using tier unique jawbone cap. At least I think it's jawbone cap. It's called slime drool because
This is reward enough.
enhanced weapon damage. I think it gives some slow target and minus enemy poison resistance. Wind form. Okay, first synergy, Eagle Stance. Now, as you can see here, Eagle Stance gives health and mana regen, but it decreases your it gives you some lifesteal, but it lowers your base attack speed. So you definitely don't want to use that if you're a combat character. But here I can accept it because it does not affect cast rate. Well, maybe. Actually, no. I still want Snake Stance. What am I talking about? But it does give some health regen, so I can use it outside of battle. Wait. The fuck? Why are you not... Hold on a second here. Okay, why are you not regenerating my health past 740 or 721? What in the world? Like, you can see it's not going up past 721. Okay. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if I'm doing something wrong. I'm guessing it's a bug of some sort. But anyway, I'm maxing that too for enhanced damage to Snake Stance. Just keep you locked down. And I'm almost at level 24 already. And boom. Now, I'm betting if I was doing this on players 1, I would just be decimating everything with Snake Stance. And I gotta see. Actually, wait, where is it? Nah, screw it. I'm gonna assume that's still the Infernal Cave over there. And once I get to the waypoint over here, I'm gonna save and exit game. Now, I'm certainly not going to rely on Eagle Stance for health regen in the heat of the moment and say it's like a perfect substitute for health potions, because that is most certainly not true. However, outside of combat, I could definitely just rely on Eagle Stance for all my healing. Actually, I think I'm going to end the segment once I kill the smith. And boom. What level am I now? 21? 21, yep. I might invest some points in life or vitality just to make better use of charms in endgame, because, I mean, my throwing barbarian got to 15,000 health before that playthrough was over, and there have been no changes made to the build's health. And Anthem Day Frost, or whatever that thing is called. I had thought about trying to do a dual wielder, a 2-axe build, like a, 2 axes. But since it's pretty much unanimously opinionated that dual wielders don't exist anymore, I decided not to do that. And hello, Cogs. You have been a pain in the ass in the past. Hello, Ruby. I'm not gonna bother with you. Oh god. And dead. Oh, another one. And Spirit Guide. I maxed this one back in the Throwing Barbarian playthrough. Hold on a second here. Okay, there we go. Basically what that does is it gives you more damage and gives you more defense when you're near a summon. And that is awesome, given I'm going to be using... Oh, another Anthem Day Frost, or whatever that thing is called. Hello, Smithy. Now... Yep, I can just do this all day. I can do this all day long. I don't know why I used Thunder Slam there. And you're dead as shit.
I should take this to Jackson.
I do... Okay, so... I'm pretty sure Nightmare did not actually stop Eagle Stance, but it stops Hyena Strike, which... I'm not sure why that is, but...
No one should ever be.
Yes, I'm lying again. I'm gonna hit level 22 or whatever level I'm almost at hitting, and then end the segment for real this time, because seriously, this needs to end. Or maybe... Okay, fine, I'll go to the inner cloister. Oops, I didn't mean to... screw it, I'll just invest in strength once I hit level 24. Damn, these gargoyle traps do a lot of chainmail. That's Albrecht's Revenge. I actually thought of using that as a early game item instead of the standard Jatan's Kamon, just for the arrow on strike proc, but I don't think that's really the best idea. I still want Jatan's Kamon's guard tower on kill proc, the tri-elemental damage, and furthermore the damage reduction. And here we go. Okay, so now the segment is over. Clearly next time is going to be Andariel. And I guess I'm just going to farm her off screen and then do some editing. So, yeah, see you next time.